I suppose you're wondering what we're going to talk about today. Well, today we will talk about a poet named Cathy Song, who is still alive today.
During this presentation, we will be reading Picture Bride, which is her most famous poem and also her first book.
And for those of you wondering what a picture bride is, we'll explain that later. Hope you enjoy the video.
So much better than Pepsi.
Cathy Song, who is still alive today, was born on August 20th, 1955 in Honolulu, Hawaii. She's half Chinese and Korean and half Islander. Oh my god. She got her bachelor's degree at Wellesley College in 1977 in education and got her master's degree in 1981 at Boston University in creative writing. She published her first book in 1983 called Picture Bride, which also features her most famous poem called Picture Bride, and also published Frameless Windows and Squares of Light in 1988, School of Figures in 1994, and Lord's Land of Bliss in 2001. She teaches English classes at colleges.
She was also quite a perfectionist. In fact, one of her students had even said, well, I don't know who the student is, but they said that they made her write a poem over and over and over until they got it perfectly because she didn't believe in giving her students false hope. Interesting facts!
Cathy Song won the Yale Younger Poets Award in 1982. She also won the Shelley Memorial Award and the Hawaii Award for Literature. Her mother was also a seamstress and her father was a pilot. And because she is still alive, there is no really good dirt on her.
She was a year younger than I, 23 when she left Korea.
Did she simply close the door of her father's house and walk away?
And it was a long way through the tailor shop of Busan to the wharf where the boat waited to take her to an island,
Whose name she had only recently learned, on whose shore a man waited.
Turning her photograph to the light when the lanterns in the camp outside Wailua's sugar mill were lit.
And the inside of his room grew luminous from the wings of moss, migrating out of the cane stalks.
Things did my grandmother take with her.
When she arrived to look into the face of the stranger who was her husband,
13 years older than she
politely untied the silk bow of her jacket.
her tent-shaped dress filling with the dry wind
that blew from the surrounding fields,
Where the men were burning the cane. There. I suppose you're now wondering, what is a picture bride? Well, back in my day, people did not know each other before they got married. The only thing they knew about each other was a picture. So they didn't truly know each other before they were married. So the family would gather pictures of proper suitors. Then the parents would pick a suitor. And they would just have to marry them and deal with it. That's basically what the picture bride is, as we're about to show you. So, Mother, what are you doing?
Oh, just flipping through your suitors.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Too sparkly. Yeah, too powerful. Oh my goodness, no, too hairy. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I won't let my daughter marry anyone like that. Heck no. Oh my gosh. Perfection right here, man. He's perfect. He even listed his achievements. Dark Lord. He's a mass murderer. Advances in immortality. Head of the Death Eaters. And took over the Ministry of Magic. He, my friend, is ambitious.
He couldn't even kill a baby.
Family man. He doesn't want to kill babies. Of course, everyone knows that. He is a family man.
Doesn't even have a nose.
But they can't tell if you don't smell good. See? Happy couple! I can hear wedding bells! Oh my goodness, I wonder how the kids will look like.
Me now.
As you can see, doesn't it always end up, well, happy? Not always agreeable. However, we don't quite know if if Cathy Song's grandparents were happy. But who knows?
Can you guys describe how the poem made you feel?
Well, the poem, it made me think about how it was back then.
Out!
And how hard it is to marry somebody you don't even know. Like, and it's just all about looks. It's not about personality.
That's so wrong. I mean, it's arranged marriages. You can't fall in love that way. I mean, you're forced to love each other. That's not true love.
Also, just the ugly people are single forever and they might just have the best personality.
Can you describe her style?
Imagery, lots of it. She describes it in a way that it's just perfect, like as if you're there.
Also, she uses just a tad bit of rhyme. Not too much to tell. And there's little to no meter at all.
Do you think that her writing is original?
Yes, I've never seen quite a piece as much as this. Cathy Song has really done well.
What do you like about it?
Well, I just love the idea that a piece, like a poem, I mean, you just feel it, but you don't just feel it, you feel like you've seen it, like it's a memory.
I love the sentence structure. It changes and it's very unique and it's very her.
A lot of romance. What do you think she could have done better?
Nothing. I just believe that she should just stick to it.
I feel like she could have used more rhyme. I mean, I'm a Dr. Seuss sort of person. So, yeah, more rhyme would have been nice. Free verse!
Is poetry that doesn't have much meter or rhyme.
Stressed and unstressed syllables.
In every word of more than one syllable, one of the syllables is stressed or said with more force than the other syllables.
Polysyndenton.
When a writer creates a list of items which are all separated by conjunctions.
Imagery.
Word or words that create a picture in the reader's mind.
Slant rhyme.
When a poet creates a rhyme but the two words do not rhyme exactly, they are merely similar.
An example of free verse would be, she was a year younger than I, 23 when she left Korea. Did she simply close the door of her father's house and walk away? I believe she does this for dramatic effect, because the sentence kind of lingers on, and it slows down the pacing a little bit. Example of stressed and unstressed syllables would be, through the tailor shops of Puzan. The word tailor starts out with a stressed syllable and ends with an unstressed, while Puzan is the other way around. And this pattern kind of repeats throughout the poem. Next example, what she is most famous for, imagery. A man waited, turning her photograph to the light when the lanterns in the camp outside Waialua sugar mill were lit. And then the inside of his room grew luminous. It makes you kind of feel like you're there, the imagery. That's why people really like her poems. At least that's what I'm guessing. Slant rhyme, that would be, what things did my grandmother take with her? And when she arrived to look into the face of a stranger, realized that the word stranger and her And both end with ER, and they sort of rhyme, but they don't quite rhyme for sure. Holly Denton. B. Who was her husband, 13 years older than she? Did she politely untie the stuffed bow of her jacket, her tent-shaped dress filling with the dry wind? She's just kind of listing more and more details, one after the other, just slowly adding to the image that the reader's creating in their mind, which is another reason that people like it, and it adds to the imagery a lot.